Hi everybody, happy August. Today we are going to look at the Hello Pawzler, our enrichment of the month for August. And this one is pretty cool. It is a puzzle that is a little bit different than other puzzles that I've seen on the market. So this is what it looks like, and it comes with this extra piece so that you can swap them out, see that they fit in. So first we've got this slider piece. So that one is pretty easy to get into. We've got another one here that's a slider, but as you can see, it works a little bit differently. So that would be a paw movement. And we've got some flippy things here that are pretty simple. So I think that my dog is really gonna like it. She really likes these ones that are pretty easy to get into. She usually picks first. If you were to use this on a hot day and you want to slow your dog down, this is where I would maybe put in, not here because you can see it goes all the way through, but you can pick like there, for instance, and do a little frozen piece. Don't fill it all the way because the ice will expand it and maybe crack the plastic, but it's a really good way to slow the dog down once they kind of get to know a puzzle. You can see on the back here, these are how you pop out a piece. So these are interchangeable, or if maybe one gets chewed up like they do in my house, you can replace them. So that is a really nice piece of this puzzle. It also means that because each piece pops out, they're really easy to wash. We have here that it is dishwasher safe, so that's great. The shades of yellow and blue help the dog to see. We've done a few videos about this in the past, that dogs can see certain colors. So these are gonna look high contrast to them. And then this is going to look a little bit like a different color. So if you had maybe a bunch of reds in here, it would look very gray to them. And so maybe they can't see it as much, but this is a nice high contrast for a dog. Sit. Okay, so in the beginning of any new enrichment, I like to use a high value treat. This makes it so that the dog is very interested. These are low sodium human grade jerky. Here you go. I show her that she really likes it. Let her have a couple pieces. This gets her excited and motivated to use a new puzzle that she may not necessarily understand yet. You're gonna give paw? Oh, there you go. Okay, so she is hooked now. Okay, now sit. Sometimes I need her to leave the room when I put things in, but I also like her to see it in the beginning, so put it in there. Okay. Okay. Not quite getting it yet, but she knows that it's in there. Okay, we're gonna put another one in and flip it down. I'm just gonna start putting them in so she sees. Okay, she's gonna get that one. Sam! So that she sees that there are treats in here. Wait, Sammy, sit. Oh, she does. So she knows they're inside. This is always the one that she starts with because it's the easiest one. The ones that you just kind of push around with your nose. She will use her paws, but Mutusami usually starts off with her nose. You'll notice that some dogs are going to primarily use their nose in puzzles and some are going to really use their paws. There she goes. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, good girl. Put another one in there. Since this one is small, I usually like to, well, you'll see she's, on another part of the puzzle, then I'll, pop some into an area that she's not so that we can prolong it. Mutu's a very good mimicker. She will try out the movements that I try. Really liking that one because that one's easy. So you can see the slidey ones are a bit easier for her than popping the other ones up. Normally once she gets it, she has it forever. So this is her first time seeing the puzzle, and like many dogs, she's going to try out all different types of movements to see what's gonna work for her. She's gonna realize these slidey ones are the easiest ones. She'll keep going back to them, even though I haven't filled them. Oh, yeah, good girl. So I've found with many of these puzzles, the sliding around really makes it more difficult for them to get in. So in the past, if I am not, sitting and staring at them and I might be working on the computer, I'll use museum tape or double-sided tape and put it on my kitchen floor. But if I'm here, I do just hold it, especially this is her first time. I'm here to support her, and now you can see she's getting those open really well. There we go, good girl. So she's using her teeth instead of her paws. It might be difficult for her to get her claws in here, so she's finding it easier with her mouth. This is good, except for if they do, these pop off easily, they could chew them. So I would just keep an eye on. Okay, some tips and tricks. So you saw I had to hold down the puzzle. A very small dog might be not able to move this, but even if they don't pick it up with their mouths and move it, as she was, moving it like this, it was moving across the floor, and that was really frustrating for her. Had I not been there, she probably would have picked it up and dropped it off of the sofa to see what pops out of it. That is her go-to. Sammy! Sammy! Okay, she wants more turkey. Some of these pieces, like the drawers, they come all the way out, as you can see, so that is gonna be quite easy for your dog. They do stop, but she pulled it right out, and that could be something that they chew, they swallow, so always, always, always watch your dog. You know your dog, you know if they're gonna chew plastic or carry something away or not. Just at your discretion, make sure that they're not getting these pieces and swallowing them. Also, it's always sad to lose a toy because you left it on the ground and they chew it up, and that happens in this house constantly. Unfortunately, because most of these are plastic, they are not indestructible. They are definitely something that feels really nice for them to chew, and they will, especially because they know there's food inside. And if you leave it out without washing it, it's gonna smell like that food, and that's gonna make them want to chew it even more. So I really like this piece. It's a good starter. Even if your dog isn't, very used to puzzles, they're gonna be able to move this, and it's gonna be exciting, and they're gonna get the treat, so it's gonna motivate them a little bit. Okay, some tips and tricks. So you saw I had to hold down the puzzle. A very small dog might be not able to move this, but even if they don't pick it up with their mouths and move it, as she was, moving it like this, it was moving across the floor, and that was really frustrating for her. Had I not been there, she probably would have picked it up and dropped it off of the sofa to see what pops out of it. That is her go-to. Sammy! If you are part of our pack, then you could have signed up to get this month, and you can receive our enrichment of the month any month. And if you aren't part of our pack, follow us on social media at Praline's Backyard Dog Services, and check out our other videos about this toy and other toys. If you learned something, and I really hope you try this and other puzzles out with your dog.